first 2 weeks, we just prepare the soil because it's an established garden. So we just did a shallow tilling with the with the rotary hoe, and after that we just take some weeds from it, and then we put some amendments. We put cow manure, compost, and what else? I put fish kelp as a soil inoculant. We blend that from Jeremy. So ground preparation 1 to 2 weeks before planting. So minimal tilling, weeding, we do physical test, and that soil is really good. Sandy loam soil. We put soil amendments, putting cow manure, compost, fish kelp. That's for the first to 2 weeks, and that's what you can see before planting. So as you can see, nothing there, just the weeds. All right, so what we did, because we have to use, that garden has been a lot of weeds. And so we think that we need a weed mat to prevent to control the weed. So that's one way, I think the best way to control the weed. First, we just, of course, we have to have the right measurement between plants to plants and row to rows. So we just have 30 to 35 centimeters apart from each plant, all right, and between rows. So we identify the distances and then make holes and then put the fertilizer. So this we have to have an organic produce. That's what we're aiming. So we're not using any fertilizer or spray. So what we're using was the Eco Growth, which is organic fertilizer, the premium purple Eco Growth. So that's what we use. So you just have to put that in the hole on the soil. It's hard to, like 7 to 8 grams of that one in the soil. So I don't know how to, if you have to, that's an estimate, all right? So once we put the fertilizer, we cover it with mat, and then make a hole on that weed mat. So once we go back to the primitive one. So far this is the high-tech one. So we just use the FAR, make a ring out of the steel pipe, and then burn it in FAR. And once it's really hot, you can make like almost 20 holes in each. Very quick. As long as you have that thick pipe, you cut it and just make a handle, improvise. That's what we are here to learn for, being resourceful. All right, so, and we identify the distances, so be sure that we put it on the right holes on the soil, on the ground. All right, so after that, so we make the holes in the weed mat, and then we start planting. So as you can see, that's after the planting. So we just cover the whole hole of the weed mat. So, and this is the after planting. All right, so look at that. So this is like fourth week. I don't know. This is fifth week. I don't know, fourth week, fifth week, and this is the last week, just 3 days ago. So, but it's now if you go to the garden, they're much look better. They look much better in the garden. So so that would be ready to be harvested in. Usually, it would take 11 to for this season. It would take longer because it's colder. In summer, it could be shorter, like 8 to 9 weeks. That's how short after planting. But for this crop, so that would take to 11 to 12 weeks. So that would be ready to be harvested on the last so this is just count. This is the 7th week. So there are more 5 weeks to go to be harvested. All right. So this is our first trial. So we did not plant much because we don't know what to expect. But so far, God is good. It looks good, and yeah. So after this, probably we'll just feed the whole community, because we don't have the market yet. But of course, if you want to buy some, we can spare for you. All right. So we'll organize that if you want. So this is organic. So we took our seedlings from our friend who had been growing commercial broccoli. He has big farm, commercial broccoli grower, and so we compare our growth and our produce. So, but his produce is of course commercial. He's using fertilizer. He's using synthetic fertilizer. He's using sprays, and a big one. But here, we're just using not organic way. Okay, spray free produce. So that's what we're aiming for. So hopefully you learn something from that and have a look. Check on the. Yes, Mel. Probably not. It's not really. It doesn't really matter because the word organic has been really like an abused word. So because it's just maybe just label it as spray-free produce. All right, so that's my presentation this afternoon. So this is our first produce. So we are thinking more of introducing more crops in the future, and as we develop, and Chris has a part on the other side of the commercial garden. So probably one day he's gonna present that to you. But now I'll give the time to Benji.